For more than 50 years, Britain has been a melting pot of youth subcultures. From the teddy boys to punks to skinheads, tribal groups have come to symbolise an era as each generation tries to forge a shared identity. And as the 70s ended and the 80s began, the casual movement took grip across the UK. Trendsetters were turning casual in the capital. But it's another city that's widely regarded as the birthplace of the casual movement. Liverpool Football Club dominated Europe in the late 70s, while fans on Merseyside led the way in the fashion stakes too. The first time I ever recognised anything different was Liverpool played Manchester United in the 77 Charity Shield. Now, we played them in the cup final in 77. On that day, like lads were wearing maybe suede boots and semi-flares type of thing, but there was no real look. By August, there was a new look. Down the M62 in Manchester, they were developing their own casual identity with a unique name.
That's what we called them, Perry Boys. A lot because they wore Fred Perry. V-neck jumpers, polo shirts, very skinny jeans, nice trainers. And the haircut was also a Perry haircut, that's what you called it. There was an air of aggression to that haircut because it obscured part of your face, yeah? So you had like a toughness to that look, even though it was very effeminate. I remember looking at these guys and the girls were really interested in them as well, which was something that was fascinating to me.
Just terrorised everybody, and especially the mods. In 1979, they just terrorised the hell out of the mods, and the mods couldn't live with them, and you either converted, it was like I'm not going to say a religious war, but it was like a tribal war. You either converted from modism to being one of these things, or you died.
But there was that, so there was that uniform thing that the Liverpool and the Man kids went over to Europe and brought this back. So really, it was our thing.
This early casual movement stayed completely underground until the 80s began, but it was about to explode nationwide. The London media picked up on it in 82-ish, around that period, and the Face started writing about it. They only saw it as relevant when teams like West Ham, Arsenal, Chelsea started dressing in that. We never called it casual, you see. It wasn't, that was a southern term.
The Cockneys were, I'd say, 2 or 3 years behind as a mass look. Not saying that there weren't elements of that in the Soul Boy fraternity, but as a mass look on the terraces, I don't think the Cockneys really got into it till about 82-ish.
But not everyone agrees that the casual movement originated in the northwest of England.
All this talk about, 79 casuals up north, I think it's just a load of rubbish because, there was no sportswear wearing Scousers. They might have been nicking the gear and selling it to golf players, but certainly it weren't a fashion. They were renowned for having no fashion, you know what I mean? We can argue that all day long.
What about the donations? What do you do about all that?
In your pocket.
In your bin? Oh, right, mate.
Beer money.
Pringles was more of a London thing to me. Never really, people did wear them, but never really caught on because we thought if Cockneys were wearing them first, we can't be seen to wear them, Lives of casuals focus more around the terraces than nightclubs and gigs. Football firms were central to this identity. In 1985, a TV documentary called Hooligan gave viewers a unique insight into West Ham's hooligan gang, the Intercity firm.
We was West Ham's original under-5s and it was just our life. Everything revolved around West Ham and being the best and having the best gear and taking liberties with people.
In all corners of the UK, England, Wales and Scotland, casual firms took hold in their communities.
We played Arsenal. First game Charlie Nicholas played for Arsenal. We had a friendly at Fratton Park, and after the game, came out, walked up the road, and Arsenal broke out of the police escort, ran down by the Shepherd's Crook and came up Frensham Road. And suddenly, you've got to remember this is 1980 in Portsmouth. We hardly saw a black person down there then, and suddenly we had all these big black geezers come bouncing through with bib and braces and tracksuits on. What the fuck's happening here? But we gave a good account of ourselves. But that was probably the first time I'd seen people dressing differently at football. But then we started talking about the clothes they had on. So they looked quite smart, didn't they, in this? And I think they got you thinking about things.